Hey guys, Monk52 here of course, and today we're covering the Belfast 43. Now, first module here, I actually recommend main battery mod, bit of a change up for a lot of things. We're usually aiming systems, but main battery mod is just nice because the turret verse is not very good, and you may need it quite a bit, so it's nice to have that at the sacrifice a little bit of reload. It's probably fine. Aiming systems would be an alternative, or AA guns mod as well. Steering gears, we don't have propulsion mod because it's a British cruiser. Concealment 1,000,000,000%. Please don't run an agility build in this thing. And main battery mod. You could go gunfire control mod, but don't go to torpedo launchers. But main battery mod is what my bread and butter would be. It kind of counteracts main battery, the first slot, but it does help out just a wee bit. Options, you've got quite a few consumables. You've also got, famously, torpedoes, because there's Belfast 43. 8 km torps, 61 knots, 72 second reload with decent damage. You've got two triple launchers either side. You can obviously fire single fire or the shortened narrow spread kind of. Pretty pretty stealthy, good decent AA. You know, you can swap in defensive A if you want to, or you can swap out your radar if you're a madman, or you can swap out your smoke, which is like the British destroyer smoke for the heal. Honestly, this is still the best smoke in the game. For a cruiser, it's nice to have, though sometimes you do want the long duration smoke, but if you're comparing this smoke, you're basically comparing it to Jervis smoke and lightning smoke. You get the same 6 charges, pretty much the same sort of build here, but yeah, just DD smoke. You also get a 9 km, 30 second radar, standard radar. Let's take a look at the armour. It doesn't have any. It's the same as the old Belfast, 19mm, which means 203 will punch right through your bow like it's nothing. Your citadel's massive, it covers the whole bow pretty much, and anything above there is just armor for your shells to either pass through or arm. So yeah, it's catch this thing broadside, you will die. You may somewhat have a chance to overpen. The citadel's not, I mean, it covers almost the entire ship, but it's not horrifically above the waterline. That's actual plating there. So you've got a chance of getting overpen, but don't expect about much in this boat. You're gonna get yourself smacked. It's gonna hurt, and yeah, don't get yourself seen. Really, the only thing you can actually fight is other cruisers, but not even 2 or 3 because they straight up overmatch you. Commander choice, I like this. John JELLICOE is what I use my heavy cruiser line. Fire chance, concealment, speed, the more range we need it, and really in central point is fully packed. This gives us an extra charge for smoke, bit more cooldown duration, and when we're in friendly allied range, a 30% cooldown on all consumables. In my opinion, this is better than Smogathon, and I'll explain why, but yeah, that is definitely fully packed is the way to go. Inspirations are Speical for more stealth, and Kuznetsov because this build doesn't give you much range. You really don't have much to play with in terms of range, so Kuznetsov really helps with that. But yeah, that's what I'd recommend for the commander choice here. Quick mention to Belfast skill, who reduce your smokes. It's probably just not worth it. She's useful on certain builds, but she's nice to have an extra build option, really. But if we go to Turbo here and look at Smogathon, yeah, you get to 2 extra smoke charges as opposed to 1, but you lose 50% deployment time. And I mean, the cooldown time's nice. The speed's really not great. It's not worth it, in my opinion. You get perma smoke if you want 6 charges of perma smoke that lasts as long as they last for as long as you have fully packed, basically. And we'll explain this. We're in a division here with one of our subscribers, one lovely guy called Anime, and we have Chucky as well in the carrier in the grass zeppelin here. But fortunately, I don't have to say, you know, they carried us here. It was a good team play, but it really does showcase the benefit and the strength of the Belfast 43 here. So, torpedoes, of course, you're not really using them that much. They're more for zoning, anything that's pushing you, more defensive torps than anything being aggressive-wise. Obviously we have the radar, and we have the same signature situation of Belfast. You know, you can basically play it like Belfast, but at tier 7. But the biggest difference is you get different smoke, and you got to respect and understand the different smoke and how it works. So you've got these small but frequent charges of smoke, so you need to pick your moments to pick your fights, and you're not staying there indefinitely. You're moving about quite a bit with Belfast 43. You need to be moving a bit because these smokes don't last very long. They are good smokes, don't get me wrong, but you don't have them very long. So you need to be really planning much further ahead than you would, say, in a Fiji or in a Belfast, you know, regular Belfast. Now, bit of a potato here. Okay, we do get spotted by the black, but that's okay. We can smoke up here, even if black raiders are. He's not really going to have a fun time here. So we're going to blap the crap out of that black. Carrot Shoulder could have got a shot on us here, but we're okay. Black's got 7.5 kilometer radar. We've got a 9 kilometer radar, so we can out radar the black and we can help out. We've got a Freezing buddy here who's also helping out the position here, but realistically, we don't even need to freeze him as well to scare off. We're going to kill the black because he's running away, which is a smart play, but we do plenty to scare him off the cap, and then we can let our destroyer friend take over this cap, because that's really what you want to do. You want to be contesting caps, using your radar, popping your smoke, and you see the smoke's already basically gone. 20 seconds left, and you know, you may think, oh, 20 seconds left, the smoke's gone, but if you look, we're in fully packed range. The smoke's expiring. You know, it's about 13 seconds till smoke, 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, you know, and look at that. 4 seconds of non-smoke. That's what we have. So we just don't fire for 4 seconds, and then, you know, we can pop it up right when we need to. But then again, the benefit of this smoke is you don't have to. You just pick your engagements. So there's no reason, there's no real need to farm people right now. We're going to run into our division mate here a little bit. We need to move a little bit forward. There we go. Just a wee bit of encouragement there. We get ourselves in the cap. Now we can pop our second smoke here. Do get a bit spotted very early there because our consumate's just a little bit low, a little bit higher than I would have thought would like to be there. But I'm currently getting a little bit greedy there, not gonna lie. A bit greedy. This could have got me. This could have got me slapped. Just gonna tell you that. Not the best play there. But hey, every mistake that he doesn't get punished is somewhat good, you know. I guess. No. Yeah. You need to be very careful about this, and you should be pre-smoking before you get yourself spotted in this situation. But the problem with this is you are a support ship. You cannot do your own spotting because you're a boat that gets squishy. You're basically a destroyer, but you have a citadel, so it's just not nice. Black shows himself up here. We're just going to farm a little bit on the black, and then so we'll go back to the Carjola. Yeah, so let's go with that. While we're doing this, we can discuss the special pen characteristics, the magical pen that Belfast 43 has. It has special 30mm penetration on these 152mm guns, mostly because it doesn't have the short fuse AP that the British has for the light cruisers like Edinburgh, and 152s without EOP are kind of lackluster, you know, unless you have an absolute crap ton of them like Suzuya does. And, you know, only penning 25mm at tier 7 and above is kind of rough with your HE for a light cruiser. Like, I honestly think every nation should get access to EOP. I understand Suzuya will be really strong with EOP, but at the same time, it's not really fair for every nation, only certain nations to get it. Like, the Americans don't need EOP, they straight up don't. Cleveland's a monster in its own right, you know, but hey, every nation should get it. That's just what I think. But that's just me. Anyway, we lose our smoke here. We do get spotted, and Philly Pact is kicked in. We've already got it. We just pop it straight away. Wichita comes in here, which is a good idea to talk about Wichita because it's a new Wichita. Number one, so it's AP focused Wichita. We use a single fire torps on the Flandre, and then we're going to see what's going on with Wichita here. Now, Wichita is 27mm to bow. RAP is really bad on Belfast 43. I kind of highlight this enough. I've tried it on regular Belfast. It's much nicer. I'm pretty sure that the Belfast 43 AP is actually worse than the regular Belfast. And maybe it's because it's lower tier, but I really think it's actually worse than the regular Belfast. And honestly, you really want to be shooting HE most of the time. As you can see, our HE is really effective against this Wichita. If you fire his AP, you can straight up overmatch our stern and bow here, so just do our best angle. We do actually have some resemblance of an armor belt, assuming he gets it. You know, fortunately, he's actually going for a division mate in the Friesland. I mean, not fortunately for the team, but fortunately for us. You know, and we can just pen right through his bow, and we can get some really nasty damage. The HE is pretty much 99% your choice of ammunition for this bow. You're not really switching very often, if at all. There really is no other decision. You can see he actually bounces off our armor belt, which is really quite good. Carrier's getting involved, of course, because of course he isn't, you know, why isn't he? And we're just going to have a little bit of malarkey here. I'm expecting to go down here, not going to lie, because Wichita should be shooting AP, sorry. But he's still in HE, which is really nice, and he actually goes down to our fire. The sheer amount of like HE that we chucked to him was pretty darn devastating for him. Now, pop our smoke. Just like that. We weren't going to use it on the Wichita because of course he has radar, so there's no point using it there. But you can see when you want that smoke, it's smoke on demand, and you basically have it with anything you want. But Something to note is you really don't need it all the time, because you can burn through all your 6 charges or whatever charges you smoke you have. Maybe for Smogathon you have 7, but you can burn them really, really quickly, but you're not playing it the same way as regular Belfast or like Fiji or even Edinburgh. You're playing it very quick. These are short bursts of smoke, so you need to play differently. You need to be, alright, okay, I'm going to push this destroyer, pop a smoke, and then, do some damage and disengage. I'm going to get this flanger here, I'm going to get a pop a smoke, get a couple fires, then disengage. You're not in there for, alright, I'm going to pop a smoke and kill like these 3 battleships that I see. That's not what it's there for. And you really need to be aware of that, and that's how you need to play this Belfast 43. You need to use your smokes very tactically, and you need to think well ahead of time. Again, it's more like cruiser playstyle here, because you can see there's plenty of times I could have died here. This 2 here, if this flanger was focusing on me and shot me, I'm pretty much sure I would have died. But there's a saying like close only matters in certain things. I don't know the thing. You can tell me in the comments below. Yeah. But as you can see, we're doing that. Now, turret traverse is an issue with Belfast 43. As you saw, our modules here try and mitigate the turning problem, turning nerf we get when we use the main Barry mod. But as you can see, it wasn't even enough. Our first module slot helps out, just makes it not horrifically bad. But you will need to turn your turrets quite frequently. Well, it depends. You need to turn it. I think it's nice to have somewhat of a decent turret traverse. It's not perfect, no, but it's something. So carriers decide to go after us. We've got some decent AA, which is good. Blacks looks like he's getting involved somewhat, which is not nice. 18 seconds till our radar, which we can use if we need be. Which is good, but we need to try and get some cover here. Just try and mitigate the salvo. You should be able to dodge, and you're not. Oh, okay. Lo Yang pops in here, and Black shows himself as well, which isn't good for the Black. But yeah, Lo Yang thinks he can win this fight, and I'm still a light cruiser. I've got radar, I've got smoke. If I was leaving lower health, I could just pop a smoke here, straight up, and radar, because Lo Yang does have the budget radar, the close to 6 km hydro. It's like 5.4 or something like that. But it lasts, it's basically a sonar, so it lasts a long time, which is obviously really nice, but at the same time, it's not going to win against an actual proper radar. 9 kilometers, 30 seconds. We don't even need to use it because he's getting himself perma-spotted, and our HE hits pretty hard, so yeah, we're doing some sizable damage to this Lo Yang, and yeah, there we go, he's just out of there. So there we go. Both the destroyers are dealt with, and that Lo Yang doing that is pretty much throwing the game for his team, unfortunately. He thought he maybe could kill us, whatever GG's to him, but I think that's all she wrote for this game, pretty much. We're going to take some pot shots at Flandre while we still have some smoke. And again, just take advantage of the smoke when you have it, But we're using the smoke right now to mitigate carrier strikes. That was the reasoning. Also for Lo Yang, in case he decided to get IEP focused here. But we need to start disengaging because we don't want Flandre to come back and start shooting us, because we're obviously going to get carrier spotted any minute now. Carrier is probably running on planes. We've shot down 15. This is a Kaga though. But we do have a division mate in a Friesland who has been pretty close to us most of the game, which is always nice. If you do have the Belfast 43 and you decide to play it in divisions, you'll have a pretty good result, especially if you play with another British cruiser, basically. You don't even need to have smoke, you can just have someone who runs a radar. But honestly, you don't need it because you've got the radar, so just have an extra smoke person if you want, or just a destroyer that spots. Really, destroyers would be the best, actually. Now I think about it more carefully, destroyer would be the best division mate for you in the Belfast, because you can support him really well and he will do the spotting for you. So, it's a really good support ship, the British light cruisers, and the Belfast 43 is no exception. But yeah, we'll get to showcase AP soon. We'll pursue this Kaga because there's nothing else we can do. I mean, I think it's the Flandres left or Colorado, I'm not sure at this point. This could kill us here, but yes, we actually hit the arming distance. If in doubt, sail towards the torpedo in the carrier, you might actually hit the arming distance. So that's the only hope. If you can't dodge it, just try and touch it before it can touch you back. So yeah. So now we try the AP on the carrier, and we'll just showcase how it is. I mean, it's not a very tough target. We are shooting a carrier after all, so destroyers can probably pretty comfortably citadel a lot of carriers that sub 10, even less maybe. What a dodge. Oh, all skill, no luck right here, chat. We'll fire some torps. Not a lot of carriers actually actively avoid torps. They're focused on their squadrons way too much. So we'll see if he dodges those, but you never know. Yeah, subpar performance with the AP here. The Kaga said it was like more near the front, so we're going to focus on that. We've already got our clear skies, and we're just shredding the planes. Like, he's running out of planes pretty quickly. And this is a Kaga here we're talking about, so we've shot down quite a few map planes, and I'm pretty sure our team has done a fairly decent job as well. We did have a Friesland division mate who's still alive, by the way, so he's probably shredded a lot of planes too. So yeah, he's running low. He's losing them faster than he can regenerate them, so it's getting game pretty rough. As you can see, our AP is just kind of, you know, I mean, we're shooting at kind of an angled target, but are we really though? You know, like, we should be getting citadels at 4 kilometers with our AP, and you can see we're just bouncing most of it as well. It actually goes down, I mean, by freaking torps by someone else. I think that was a gearing, I have no idea. But yeah. AP is lackluster. That's a good example of it shooting a broadside or a really weakly armoured carrier. Kaga is not very well armoured. And yeah, you can see. But then we shot down a fair chunk of planes. I think that's like 29, 30 plus, nearly 30 planes. That's pretty nasty, which is a really good XP for us. Plane kills are a lot of XP. 124,000 by the way. High caliber, we got the Confederate, obviously the clear sky. We've got some torpedoes, most noticeably on the Flandry. I think that's all on the Flandry, just 2. But hey, you know, we didn't really have a situation where we needed to use the torps, honestly. But they're more for situations where we want to get those damage over time effects, you know. So we light a battleship on fire, and then we fire some torps maybe. Try and get the torps to connect, because they do decent damage, but 16k damage. So that's nice, obviously without torpedo protection. Get a perma flood going. Or, you know, after he's damage controlled the flood, get the fire. We can be quite ballsy here. He's the last ship remaining. We can fire a little bit here, but again, using island cover, you don't need to use, if you don't need to use your smokes, don't use them. You know, cover and islands is really what we should be doing in boats like this. Even Mino. This is why I run Mino without even using smoke. You run Mino radar, but you can arc over these islands quite comfortably in a lot of the British cruisers, especially the HE as well. So, you know. It's not a problem, you know, you can get plenty done without using your smokes at all. And, you know, we've still got 1 smoke charge left. We do actually need it, so we're a little bit too sparing. We could use 1 more smoke in this fight. And as you can see, we've done a fairly decent chunk of damage here. 140,000. We've essentially, we killed both destroyers as well. And we also, what else did we kill? I'm not even sure what we killed the last one as well, but again, the impact we had in this game was really good. We used the smokes tactically, and there we go. 141k, 27 planes actually. Now I can see a bit better. Yeah, 3 kills. I don't know what we killed. I'm trying to remember here, but yeah, got a cap with our destroyer, and we make about 4k game. Yeah, pretty spicy because mostly plane kills are worth a lot of XP, guys. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, you know, subscribe for more. Like it, give me a wee comment. What are your thoughts on Belfast? You know, hope this helps you guys out as always. And if you haven't already, have a lovely day. Bye for now.